Alright, so next we got Heartbroken Playboy. Let's dive. Look at that bass. He's always talking about being drunk. Yeah. 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 Woo. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Huh? Right? Yeah. Hey. Woo. Flowing. This is just like Crooked. Going through a breakup, but gonna party it out. Woo. Yep. Right? Yeah. Woo. Ad-libs. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yo, that was one of my favorites off the album right there. Absolutely one of my favorites off the album. Such a good vibe. Even though it's like him talking about a breakup. So like I said, this song's about going through a breakup and partying it out. He starts out the track saying, "Don't ask anything because I'm a little drunk right now. You're not going to get the answer you want anyway. It's none of your business who wanted your love anyway. Don't be ridiculous. I can tell just by looking at your face." So he's talking to his ex, basically saying like, buzz off, bro. We're not going to be together. And he's like, life is going to be fun anyway since I'm free. Crazy right to love only one person at a time. And he's like, gang books representative playboys are all dead. Live like a gem, dry it all out. So he's like, I'm free now. And all the playboys are dead. So I guess there's a spot to fill. I got to be that guy. You know, it's crazy to love just one person at a time. So I'm going to be a playboy now. I'm a party. And I'm going to party this out. And then in the pre-chorus, you're going, don't call me when your tongue twisted at night. I face this breakup like a real man. So he's just saying, like, he's going to get through this. And he's got his friends Party all night with my mother loving crew. We know what you wanted to say, Bobby. There's actually a little bit of development in this track because in the first verse he's pushing her away, but in the second verse he's actually saying that he still cares about her a little bit, but he knows that this has to end. Like he says, actually, I didn't forget everything about you. How can I, darling? You still live in my heart. Get out of here, please. You're gnawing on the happiness in my heart. Why you gotta do that? You're an angel holding a place in my brain. I'd rather you have another man or say you don't like this universe than spread your wings like a real angel and fly away. If you fly away, will I be able to forget you? So it seems like he's saying that he hates that she's an independent woman. So it seems like the protagonist of this track was dumped. And in the bridge, Bobby says, we're not made for each other. We're not going to make it anyway. We're not meant to be. So I think these are things that he's telling himself so he can accept this and move on, which some people need to hear when they're going through a breakup or when they get dumped. And I think this is a dope song. It has this great happy vibe, even though this great vibe is masking the sadness that's within Bobby. So the only reason he wants to have a good time and party is so that he can forget about this breakup, which, like I said, is a lot like G-Dragon's Crooked. I love the bass in the track. I love how at the end you have all these guys saying, yeah, like they're at a party. Been looking forward to this one. It's got Janae in it. So this is Raining featuring Janae. Let's dive. Piano.
I'm drowning in whiskey 알아낸 내 방불 꺼진 아무도 없이 누군가 내게 왜 우냐 물어봐줬으면 대답은 안 할 거지만 그냥 네가 혼자란 걸 알아줬으면 해 나가진 않을 테지만 술 한 잔 두 잔에 망가져 외로움이 잠길 때까지 마셔 해가 다 저물 때 난 눈 뜨면 그렇게 하루는 또 떠나봐 내 맘속에 먹구름이 I said it's 내 방 속에 먹구름이 I said it's raining 어둡고 슬픈 내 방에 I said it's raining 어둡고 슬픈 내 방에
So this one sounds like it's a happy song. If you don't know what the lyrics are saying, it sounds happy. But the song isn't happy at all. The lyrics talk about loneliness and drinking alone, which goes right along with the skit that we just listened to. The hook goes, it's dark, the dark clouds in my heart, it's dark, the dark clouds in my room, I said it's raining. So there's dark clouds in my heart, dark clouds in my room, it's raining. Rain comes from dark clouds. Rain is also like a symbol of sadness or depression or being upset. I just love when a song sounds like it's just full of glee and happiness and walking on sunshine, but it's actually a sad track. I always think that's so unique and creative. So let's get into Bobby's verse here. Bobby's about to come in.
I said it's raining 어둡고 슬픈 내 방에 Hold me down, bear me love 존재하기 싫은 밤 냉동 수면하고파 슬픈 삶 모든 날내 청춘 반 이상 이렇게 낭비하고파서 낭비한 게 아니잖아 시간 흐르면 흐를수록 아무것도 이루지 못한 내가 1초마다 싫어 뒤에 찾아오고 무기로 날 많은 아저씨 가장 간절하게 청춘 난 그 청춘을 가지고 뭣도 아무것도 못해 별똥별 내가 보나요 그 찰나의 순간 내 모든 희망 쏟았어요 불 꺼진 내 방 안 어둠에 난 잡아먹혀있어 그때 날 잡고 어디든 날아가줘요
Bro, can we talk about Bobby's raspy singing and how good that sounds? Whoa. Okay. In Bobby's verse here, he's literally talking about suicidal thoughts that he has. He says, "Bury me alive. It is the night where I don't want to exist. I want to freeze myself to sleep." He said, "More than half of my youth has wasted like this. And it wasn't like I wanted it to be wasted." So it sounds like he's saying that for a long time, half of his nights have been just full of sadness when he was younger, because he wanted something better. He wanted all of his work to pay off, but maybe he felt like when he was younger that it wasn't paying off. Because after that he says, "As time goes by, I accomplished nothing. I hate myself more every second, and then come lethargy." Because after that he says, "As time goes by, I accomplished nothing." And he said accomplished with the ED, so it sounds like he's referring to the last line when he says, "More than half my youth has been wasted like this." So that's what I think he's saying. He felt like he wasn't accomplishing everything that he should be. And I really like this line right here. "The most desperate thing old men wish for is his youth. I have that youth, but I can't do anything. Shooting star, did you see me? In that short moment, I poured you all my hopes." So Bobby feels hopeless, and he feels like his youth is being wasted away because he feels like he's working hard at something and it's not paying off.
Save our soul. Save our soul. 나갈래, somebody help me. 나갈래, 지독한 이곳에서 상쾌한 새로운 여행. 나갈래,
Build up.
나갈래.
Oh. Okay. I really like that bridge there. Save our soul. I want to get out. Somebody help me. I want to get out of this awful place. A fresh new journey. I want to get out. Then the beat drops. I want to get out. And the beat comes in hard. I can relate to this song so much. I feel it in my core. I feel this one because I live in Delaware. This state is like a retirement state. There isn't much to do around here. This is a place for old people. It's cheap to live here, but that's also like something bad for young people because it's so cheap to live here that it's hard to leave here. And I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go to a city. I feel like I'm more of like a city guy. I'm more of like a city person. I grew up on a farm my whole life. So I just feel like I would love it a lot more if I had things to do around me. And I just don't like it here. There's a lot of small-minded people around here is what I've noticed. And when I lived in New York City, there was nobody there ever wanted to like take down somebody's dreams. Like nobody ever judged anybody else's dreams when I lived in New York City. But around here, everybody has this small town mindset where it's like, oh, that'll never happen for you, or like, oh, you should think to do something more practical or something more attainable. But with songs like this that have sad lyrics and a happy sound to it, I feel like it really can bring you out of that sad place easier. because it makes you feel good, because it relates to you, and because it sounds sonically happy. Like, it makes you want to be happy even though the lyrics are sad. It relates to you with the lyrics. So yet another solid track. I really highly enjoyed Bobby's raspy singing in this track, and the bridge was awesome. Thought the hook was great. And Janae, Janae delivered, bro. Janae, when doesn't he deliver? Have you ever heard a track with Janae and been like, dude, Janae, he needs to get off this one? Like, no. You never say that. You will never say that. You'll never listen to an Icon track like, man, just wish Janae would have did better. No, you will never say, I wish Janae did better. Like, that doesn't happen. And I think it's really cool that he put Janae and DK, like his brothers, on his album. I just think that's awesome, man. I would love to hear some more features. Like, maybe in Bobby's next album, he'll bring on Song and Jay or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, whoever it is, bro. I'll be here for it. I'll be here for it, Bobby. Just whatever you decide to do. You can have no features and just J. Cole it. That's cool too, bro. I'm going to be here for it. And I got to say, Your Soul, Your Body, I've been playing that for the past couple days. I mean, as you can see, I've been chopping up this album reaction. So the next track we got is Let It Go, Let It Go. Can't hold it back anymore.
너무 밝은 내 방에 커튼을 쳐준다면 괜찮을 거야 내려놓을 거야 yeah. 아무것도 잡지 마 잠깐이면 되잖아 괜찮을 거야 내려놓을 거야 왜냐면 항상 그랬지 내 삶은 어둡다가도 시간이 지난 밝음 어디서부터 잘못된 건지 몰라도 어느 생각부터 별거 아니더라고 해결된 건 하나 없지 해석해도 고질적인 건 따라오더라 계속 처음엔 이게 못해지는 건가 했어 하나밖에 할 수 없다는 걸 배워 내려놓을 난 그냥 당분간 가벼워질래 그게 얼마나 길어지던 간에 세상의 모든 순간을 잡혀 쉬고 싶은 나와의 안녕 잠깐 내려놓고 돌아올게 yeah. 너무 밝은 내 방에 커튼을 쳐준다면 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야 yeah. 아무것도 잡지 마 잠깐이면 되잖아 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야 yeah. 포기하라는 게 아니야 절대 네 눈에서 떼지 않도록 신경 써 그저 매달리기보단 잠깐 내려놓고 여행이 힘들면 방구석에 처박혀 우라라는 거 말고 깜빡하라고 잠깐 내려놨던 사실을 인지하자고 이놈 될 것 같은 걱정할 시간이 너가 좋아했던 유익한 시간 낭비를 하라고 나도 알아 너가 왜 그토록 헤매기는지 오른 일 맞는 길일 때가 편안할 테니 시간이 공평한 건 괜찮이 나지만 난 밀려오는 시침에 그냥 서핑하다 세상의 모든 순간을 잡혀 쉬고 싶은 나와의 안녕 잠깐 내려놓고 돌아올게 I'll be right back Let's go yeah. 너무 밝은 내 방에 커튼을 쳐준다면 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야 yeah. 아무것도 잡지 마 잠깐이면 되잖아 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야 어른이 되고선 새로운 사람 만남 꿈을 먹기보단 뭔 일 하냐 물어 내 속이 어느새 심장보다 넓어 대체 현실적인 기준은 뭔데 너무 밝은 내 방에 커튼을 쳐준다면 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야
Good vibes,
아무것도 잡지 마 잠깐이면 되잖아 괜찮을 거야 난 내려놓을 거야
letting go of your worries, man. I like this. Man, I've been sleeping on Bobby's singing, dude. I really like how the lyrics in this track play off of the lyrics from the last track, because in the last track, Bobby says, "It's dark and sad in my room." But this track opens up with saying, "If you put curtains in my too bright room, it's gonna be okay. I'll put them down. I'll put it down. Don't grab anything. It only takes a minute anyway. It's gonna be okay. I'll put it down." And then he says, "Because my life has always been like that. Even if it's dark, it'll be bright as time passes. Though I don't know where it went wrong, it wasn't a big deal." So when Bobby uses the adjectives dark and bright, I think dark means depressed and bright means happy. So when he says in the hook, "If you put curtains in my too bright room," as in, if you try to block my happiness, it's going to be okay, I'll put it down. And by it down, I think he's saying the mic. And he's going to take a break. Because later on in the track, he actually says that. He says, "I'm going to put everything down for the time being, no matter how long it takes. Goodbye to me, who wants to take a break from all the noise in the world. I'll let it go for a while, then come back." So I think this is like a message to his haters, saying like, bro, if you guys want to bring me down, that's okay. You know, I'll just quit for a while. And then once everybody stops talking about me, then I'll come back. Because I'm sick of hearing all the noise. I'm sick of everybody trying to put up curtains in my bright room. Basically saying people trying to block and shield my happiness. And then in the next verse, he says, "I'm not telling you to give up. Make sure you don't take it off of your eyes. Instead of just hanging on, let it go for a while. If you're having a hard time traveling, stay in the corner of your room. Not asking you to be depressed, but just forget it for a while. Let's get to the fact that we put it down for a moment. You're going to have to waste your precious time that you love worrying about something that doesn't work. I know why you're lost. You will be all right when the right thing is in the right path. Fair time is pretty cruel, so I'm just going to surf calmly in the rush hour." So Bobby's letting you know that it's okay to take breaks sometimes. Like, don't give up. You know, still keep your eyes on the prize, but just let it go for a bit. Because you're gonna make yourself die at an early age if you just keep worrying and keep pushing yourself. Because sometimes there's a line. If your own happiness is at stake, then there's no reason for you to keep doing something and making yourself unhappy. You will be all right when the right thing is in the right path. So if it feels like the right thing to do, then do it. But if it's self-destructive, you'll know. And you'll know that if you do it, it's going to make you unhappy. So don't do that thing. It's your life, man. You can't allow yourself to just worry your whole life. Even if you have a great, rich, and famous life, how great is it if you're worrying the entire time, you know? And then I really like this section near the end when Bobby says, "As an adult, when I meet new people, rather than asking them about their dream, ask what are they doing?" What I think Bobby means here is he doesn't want to ask other people about their dream because he feels like his own dream hasn't come true. So he feels like if somebody were to ask him, "Hey, what's your dream?" he would tell them his dream, but he would be upset because he feels like he hasn't reached his dream yet. So what I think he's saying is he asks people what they're doing because that way you feel more grateful for every small success that you've had up to this point. So, like, think about it this way. Like, if you ask me, "Hey, what's your dream?" to my face, like, I'm going to say, "Oh, my dream is to have 10 million subscribers on YouTube." I'm just throwing that out there. I haven't really thought about the amount of subscribers. To me, I guess, okay, so truthfully, my dream is to support myself from being a content creator. So that's really all it is, bro. As long as I can pay my bills, buy food, and honestly travel. If I can travel wherever I want to go, That's all I want to do, bro. But I'm not at that point yet. So if someone were to ask me that and I told them that, I'm going to feel like, man, I shouldn't even be talking to you right now, dude. I should be at home making a video. You're asking me my dream and I already feel like, damn, I haven't gotten there yet. So what am I doing here talking to you? Like that's how I would feel, honestly. But if instead you came to me and you asked me, hey, what do you do, or what are you doing with your life? And I said, well, I started a YouTube channel and I react to music and I just passed 50,000 subscribers. I'm going to feel more grateful for what I do. It seems to me like Bobby can never meet the expectations that he sets for himself. And on top of that, he's sick of people trying to block his happiness. People trying to put curtains up in his too bright room. And when he says it's going to be okay, I'll put it down, I think by it, does he not only mean the curtains, like I'll put the curtains down so you guys can't see me anymore, but I'll put it down as in the mic in my career. Like I'll put my career down for a second and the curtains so you guys don't have to see me anymore. I think the concept and lyrics of this track are definitely in my top 3 on the album because it's very personal, it seems like. And not only that, it's relatable and it's about life. So, you know, I love songs that are more about life rather than a relationship. I just really loved everything he spoke on and all of the metaphors in that one. Definitely one of the best off the album, I think. But here we go. The last track on the album is called Devil. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that people see him as the devil. I think that's what he's going to be talking about here. I mean, he talked about how he had haters in this one that were trying to bring down his happiness. So I think he's going to talk about how being a celebrity is hard because if you make one wrong move, make one mistake, then you're the devil. So I think that's what he's going to be talking about here, but let's find out. Actually, my hope is this track is a hype track and Bobby is talking a lot of shit, but let's see, man. Let's dive. Okay. What?
고개를 숙인 자만 네 머리를 밟아 삼고 숙여 나는 절대 못 숨겨 도끼와 신선함을 충격 쓰러지긴 해도 절대 죽어 있지 않지 앞으로 전진은 피는 강타의 크로코다일의 명치 아무도 나를 못 막아 난 사이코는 단따라 이거는 freaking 새끼 웬 불어라 겨울 밤바람 위험은 나게 동반자 비트간의 도박장 질러놓고 보자 타짜들도 나를 본받아 지하실에 짱박혀맨 같이 내 칼을 가지 난 공개 비트를 갈라 그 시체 네 맘속에 묻지 잘난 선생 좋은 애 뺨을 후려치는 빌런 지옥 같은 현실 속 중심 나는 타노스의 본체는 흡수저 씹어먹고 맨손으로 장판 균군 이건 무식하기 아닌 나의 믿음으로 홀링본 내 방패는 카시온의 전투하는 나이키 내 출신 온대 다운타운 강남 야프리 볶아자 But the devil's trying to pull me off from 영화 for my heaven 고개를 숙인 다음에 네 머리를 밟아 삼고 숙여 못 숨겨 도끼와 신선함을 충격 쓰러지긴 해도 절대 죽어 있지 않지 앞으로 정신을 피는 강타의 크로코다일의 명치 나는 못 막아 난 사이코형 단단하 이거는 freaking 새끼 웬 불어라 겨울 밤바람 위험은 나게 동반자 비트간의 도박장 질러놓고 보자 타짜들도 나를 본받아 Devil's trying to pull me off Devil's trying to pull me off 내 손을 천국까지 뻗은 지들 존재 숨기죠 No need to fear No need Devil's trying to pull me
Ooh. This is what I wanted. I got exactly what I just ordered, bro. Thank you. Thank you. I'll give this restaurant a good Yelp review, bro. This track list is beautiful, bro. The last track he's talking about taking a break. In this track he's talking about the devil's trying to pull me off. The devil's trying to bring me down. The devil's trying to make me quit. I like how he said crocodile's stomach and no one can stop me. Like he's just gonna stay forever hungry. He's super hungry like a damn crocodile. And then he says, this is my freaking second wind blowing the winter night breeze. And I think this is my second wind. Not only does that play off of the last track where he was talking about taking a break, but this also goes along with his second album, I think. I think he's saying this is my second win, like this is my second album. But not only is this my second win, he's saying my win is like a winter night breeze. So he's cold, blowing like a winter night breeze. He's cold, bro. He's saying he's bringing the bars. Like how he says, get stuck in the basement every day. I'm gonna sharpen my sword. I split the beat and bury the corpse in my heart. Villain slaps his cheek with the advice of a good teacher, center in hellish reality. And I love how he says, get stuck in the basement every day. I'm gonna sharpen my sword. I split the beat and bury the corpse in my heart. Ugh. Ugh. Sharpen his sword. He's gonna sharpen his skills, and then he'll destroy a beat, cut it in two, kill the beat until it's a corpse. I mean, if it got killed, it's a corpse, obviously. And he's going to bury it in his heart, basically saying that the song is going to pertain to him, and he's going to feel the song, like he's going to feel this track in his heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to kill this track with passion. And then there's some more dope metaphors, bro. I'm Thanos' alter ego. What? An ape who dug the ground with bare hands. This isn't ignorant. My native downtown of Hongdae packed with Gangnam pretties. He's showing his Korean pride right now. And then in the hook, devils trying to pull me off. Reaching my hands out to heaven, they hide their existence. No need to fear. I can hear Epic High doing the same hook.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I did it again. 나 맘치에 지금 기분 재지네 패스트
unorthodox.
놀지 고생해 아프니 청춘이 해철 안 되는 게 못돼 Celebrate 감사해 모든 그 대신 중지로 정해진 룰에 선물해 칼박담이나 믿어 꼴리는 대로 lay back 바쁠 게 대체 뭐 있어 네 믿음을 꼭 유지해 어차피 곧 죽어도 인생 영화는 happy game 머니게 반은 weapon is 그래서 싸만 가는 동 느낌이 와 이건 내 유일한 무기죠 영광의 힘 누구도 와 나 절대 내 스쳐 뺏길 생각이 없지 머니게 반은 weapon is 그래서 싸만 가는 동 니네가 선전을 해도 다 5초만 너 나를 지나쳐 니네들 상대하기엔 다 똑같아 시간이 가까워 내가 또 목숨 빼면 시체가 지키게 살지 날 죽이지 못하게 날 더 죽여주게 만드니 But this devil tryna pull me up from 영광 from my heaven For real 고개를 숙인 다음에 네 머리를 밟아 삼고 숙여 절대 못 속여 도끼와 신선함에 충격 세긴 해도 절대 주고 있지 않지 앞으로 정신을 피는 강자의 크로코다일의 명체 아무도 나를 못 막아 난 사이코 형 단다 이건 내 freaking 세계인 보러라 겨울 밤바람 위험은 나게 동반자 빅치가 내 도박장 실러놓고 보자 타짜들도 나를 본받아 Tryna pull me up, devil's tryna pull me up 내 손에 천국까지 뻗어
Ooh, the production. Let's go, Bobby. I love this next verse that he just did. And then the energy he put into the pre-chorus. Come on, bro, that was fire. Bobby's letting you know that money does not buy him happiness. He's saying that even if you die soon, the best movie of life is happy end. So, is a happy end is what I think he's saying. All we have is the present moment. If you spend your whole life focusing on getting this money, Bobby's letting you know right now that that's not what buys you happiness. Money does not buy you happiness. It can't make you happy. I mean, sure. I mean, I know a lot of people that say this, so I'm going to put my thoughts into it. I think, sure, money doesn't buy you happiness at a certain extent. Everybody needs a certain amount of money to feel secure. If you don't feel secure in your finances, you're not going to be happy. money for security. I think he's saying like an abundance of money like everybody wants. Everybody wants to be rich. So when he's saying these devils trying to pull me, I think he's talking about greed and just making more money. I think that's what he's saying. Like, that's trying to pull me in. But that's not going to lead to any more happiness for him. He knows that. So he's saying, what's there to work on? He said, here, I don't believe in stick to sword, laid back as I please. There's nothing to be busy about. So he's saying if he can keep his faith tight enough in God, it doesn't matter what he does because he has eternal life. And he shouldn't focus on greed and money on earth because he can't take that with him when he dies. And I like how in the last part of this pre-chorus he says, danger is my companion, beat my casino. Let's see, even the gamblers are all following me. So he's saying the music that he puts out, it's a gamble. He doesn't know if it's going to affect his career in a bad way or in a good way. Danger is his companion. But he's saying even the gamblers are all following him. And I think in this sense, gamblers can mean leaders. So he's saying he's leading the leaders. So I think the first half of this track contrasts the second verse of this track on purpose. I think the song is supposed to show the struggle that Bobby has and that a lot of us have, where it's either you live in the moment and you do whatever makes you feel good for the moment, or you live for a better day in the future and you focus all of your attention on goals and trying to achieve something. And the first half of the track, Bobby's talking about how he's working every day and it seems like he's trying to progress his career. But in the second half, he's talking about how it doesn't matter if he progresses his career because money doesn't buy him happiness and it's all about the present moment. So what I think Bobby's trying to say is that he doesn't know if the thoughts that are trying to stop him from progressing his career are the devil, or if the thoughts that want him to progress his career because he knows that that's going to get him money, is that the devil? So that might be a reason as to why he says, devil's trying to pull me off. He doesn't know exactly what is wrong. I mean, that's what I got out of this track just now after reading this translation. If you guys have any other interpretation, please let me know your interpretation to any of these tracks down below in the comments. I would love to read your interpretation. I'm not a god, bro. Like I'm not gonna be 100% right with every single one of these. So if we're analyzing the album cover, I was wondering what the smiley face, then sad face, then smiley face meant. And I think what it's referencing is how the album sounds from start to finish, because it starts out as like a turn-up album and Bobby is just turning up and partying. But then it gets sad, talks more about heartbreak and stuff. But then it gets happy near the end. It definitely sounds happy near the end, even though some of the songs have some sad lyrics. But, arguably the last two tracks, they can be happy tracks in a way. Even though he talks about some negative things, oddly, it's still a happy thing. You know what I mean? Like he's saying he's going to let go of his career and take a break for a second so he can let it go and let go of all of his worries. And then in the devil track, he might be confused as to how the devil is attacking him, but he knows that as long as he keeps his faith in God, that he's going to have eternal life and it doesn't matter. I think he named this album Lucky Man because that's what the public thinks he is, and he plays into that image within the first 6 or so tracks because they're all turn-up tracks and they're all about partying and he's flexing, he's talking about all these girls and stuff like that. But as the album progresses, he starts talking about his struggles and his heartbreak and all of the cons, really, that come with being a rich and famous person. And I might definitely be reaching with this next interpretation, but I don't know if this ball running with the smiley face here, I don't know if that's supposed to be a baseball, and I don't know if this white diamond looking thing here is supposed to be 2 home plates stacked on top of each other as if like there's one home plate facing the regular way, and then there's another home plate upside down. So it would form a diamond. Because I think that would go along with the last track, Devil, because in that second verse he talks about how what matters most is the present moment. So like, let's look at Bobby's life like a game of baseball. And if he's able to go through all the bases, then he's successful in his career. So like, that's what he wanted his whole life, pretty much, right? Like, he wanted to be able to be a successful rapper, a successful artist. But if we take into consideration what he said in the Devil track, then he's got it all backwards. It's not about moving forward in your career. Now he's realizing it's all about what's happening right now in the moment. So if this is truly two home plates stacked on top of each other, which I'm kind of convinced it is, since they decided to put this sad face upside down, because they didn't need to put it upside down. They could have just put a sad face in between two smiley faces, but they put it upside down. So maybe that is trying to tell you that there's something in this album cover that needs to be looked at upside down, which would be the home plates stacked on top of each other. I don't see what this ball has to do with anything, unless it's supposed to be referring to baseball. But like I was saying, if this is truly two home plates stacked on top of each other, then I think what he's saying is that he doesn't need to run these bases and score. In life, you can already feel like you've scored if you just think so, and if you just try to live in the present moment. You don't need to hit the ball and run the bases to feel fulfilled. You can just have a good life living in the present moment, and that's it. And that's what some people do. Some people don't ever really set goals for themselves, and all they do is socialize and hang out with their family and friends their whole life. And some people are completely fine with that and feel completely fulfilled from that. And that's completely okay. It's pretty sad that everybody thinks they need to be rich in order for them to be at their happiest, because everybody can't be rich. But hey, yo, that is all I have to say about this album right here, Lucky Man by Bobby. Bobby, if you're watching this, bro, good album, man. You snapped. Flow was impeccable, bringing some bars, and I learned that you can sing really well, my guy. And I know that sounds pretty weird to say, because I know you sang in that first album that you got, but I haven't heard it yet. So I was quite surprised to hear some of the singing that you did on this album. I just hope you know, bro, you have an impeccable delivery, my guy. Impeccable. Like, bro, some of these rappers out here would kill you and take out your voice box to have your voice, bro. Me, I would kill you and take your voice box out. But seriously, man, you have a lot of talent. You know, I heard some of these songs in here. You have a little bit of doubt from yourself, but, you know, which we all do. I don't know how much of that is, you know, really relevant to you at the moment or anything like that. But just so you know, man, I'm here for whatever you drop. I think you're a fire artist, and just keep grinding, bro. Yo, if you like this video, I appreciate if you give this video a like. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys click subscribe to become part of the clique. Yeah, I know. Come on. Yeah, I know. All right, shut up. Okay. All right, shut up. Because we got some Kingdom coming, episodes of the Kingdom. We also have more mix and match coming, and some more good times with Icon, bro. More Icon stuff. Just stay on the look. Make sure you hit that notification bell, or be square. But wait, are you guys already squares? Because is it critique or click, or critique or click? Because if it's click, could be click squared. So that means that y'all are all squares. We're all square. Hey, I'm a square too. We all squares. We all squares. But apparently, Bobby's a diamond or 2 home plates. I don't know, bro. You stay classy. CriTiC out.